Being a Iowa woman, do you have I gotta imagine you have a good understanding of this rivalry and what it means. What's it been like following it through the years and now being a part of it?
Sure. I mean, everybody looks forward to the interstate matchup. It's always a fun game, no matter who you root for. I think we're just blessed here in the state of Iowa to have 2, 3, 4 Division I colleges that are good and put out quality teams. So it's just fun to see that and to now be a part of that.
Seemed like everybody was coming after you, and the recruiting world was.
Yeah.
Was Iowa a place you would consider?
Yeah, they recruited me pretty heavily, and yeah, they were amongst some of the other top schools that recruited me. So yeah, but I made the right decision, and I'm certain of that. Yeah.
What was kind of the final selling point for this school in
Sure.
landing here?
Sure. I think that nothing can compare to the quality of personnel here, and Iowa State having the longest tenured staff, it's that way for a reason. And you can really tell that these coaches care about you, not only as a person, but also as a player. It's not necessarily what I can do for them, but what they can do for me as well. And I just felt that very heavily, and I felt like that held to be true, on my visits and in the recruiting process. And even talking to some girls that had been on the team throughout the recruiting process, they also said that was something that was pretty solid.
Did you go to a lot of Cy-Hawk games growing up?
Yeah.
How many would you say you ventured either up there or down here for?
For sure. I think I've gone to like 3. I've been to 3 in person and just watched the other ones, on TV because everybody wants to watch the game. It's entertaining.
Thank you.
Were you here 2 years ago when Iowa State won? I think it was 2 years ago, right?
I don't think I was here. I
Okay,
do remember
'cause Kelsey
watching that.
talked about it. I'm
Yeah,
curious
no,
if you-
I do remember watching that on TV though. Yeah.
What area or areas do you feel like you've grown the most in however many games in your freshman season?
I would say my confidence and trusting my own abilities. I think that I've become a lot more comfortable on the court. I've become a lot more comfortable against this level of competition, and just proving everything that I knew in my head was true, but also being able to actually put that out and like produce for this team has been probably my biggest growing point.
Those 3 Cy-Hawk games you've gone to, was it really evident to you from the stands of how much different of an atmosphere it was, and what do you anticipate about playing in that on Wednesday?
Right. Yeah, the atmosphere it's honestly unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's just people who all love women's basketball in the same place, loud, cheering for who they're cheering for. And I think that here at Hilton, it'll be nothing short. I think it'll be even better, probably 10 times as loud and as hectic. And being able to experience that atmosphere while being on the floor, while being surrounded by a sold-out Hilton Coliseum, that's going to be a moment I'll remember for the rest of my life.
What needs to happen to contain Caitlin Clark and the Hawkeyes?
What needs to happen is we need to remember who we are and stick to our game plan and do what we need to do. I think as long as we've seen in these past games and glimpses and even in spurts, when this team clicks collectively, defensively and offensively, I think we can compete with anybody. And I really honestly believe that. So I think that coming into this game, everybody needs to believe that and everybody needs to buy into what we're doing, and then I think we'll have a good result.
I don't know how much film you've watched of Iowa yet, but have you seen any advantage or opportunity down in the post?
I think I think it'll be a really good battle in the paint. I know Iowa has some good post players, but we're not short on post players ourselves. So I think it'll be really interesting, but really fun to compete down low and see who comes out on top.
And I know that obviously you grew up in Iowa. How many players over there maybe are you friends with, have relationships with?
Sure.
Just how much does it mean?
Sure. Yeah, a lot of people that play for Iowa are familiar faces. Just seeing them on the AAU circuit, having conversations with them, chatting it up. I mean, everybody's I think that being from the state of Iowa, everybody's a quality person. I mean, we're quality people, and we play this game and we play it well. So I think it'll just be fun to compete on the floor against each other in a game such as this one.
Obviously, it's probably everything, but what's been maybe the biggest adjustment from the high school game
Sure.
to women's D1 game?
Sure. Physicality has been interesting because in high school it was usually a double team, a triple team, and sometimes that happens even here still on the Division I court. It'll be a double team, but it's nice to be able to be physical in the paint with a girl, you know, taller than me, bigger than me, stronger than me. Like that's been an adjustment, but I think a good adjustment, and I've been trying to use that to my advantage so far. So.
Was that a quality that got wrapped pretty hard for you growing up?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I wouldn't touch people and it'd be a foul on me, you know, because I'm 6'3", 6'4", and the girl guarding me is 5'9". I mean, I'd probably give her the pity call too.